All right, in this video we're going to discuss a little bit about what the course is and the assignments you're going to run into throughout the semester. So I have this written up in here, but we're just going to kind of go through it. So if this is your first CIT class at WVU Parkersburg, um, you will find that later classes are a little bit different than this one. If this is not your first class, you'll find that this one's a little bit different than the ones you've had. A lot of the CIT and CS courses at WVU Parkersburg are very hands-on. You learn about a topic, a framework, processes, or something like that, and then typically apply it somehow through some kind of hands-on lab, be it make a network or administer a system, repair a computer, write that Java program. This course, there's a little bit less than that. As it's described here, this course is mostly all about connecting technology with business. If you're here to get a job or make a career out of this field, you'll probably be working for businesses, and those businesses will have technology needs. This course is mostly here to give you a very wide array of topics in that way. So you'll learn a little bit about what databases are and how they work and how a business might benefit from having one. But we're not actually going to design and implement a full database. We have CS 201 for that class. So we'll learn a little bit about the Internet of Things and how actuators and sensors might help a business do a certain job. But we're not actually going to work with them. So um, everything we're doing, as the previous video has shown, will eventually be done here inside of Cengage's MindTap. But I just wanted to detail some of the assignments you're going to run into. So each module labeled here in Blackboard, again, eventually leads to a Cengage. I'm going to cover what it kind of looks like to see all that. So each module has what's labeled as a quiz. In Blackboard, it's going to be right about here in every module, and it's going to link to this assignment here in Cengage, and that is set for practice, which means that it does not count for a grade in the actual overall grade of the course. You may take it as many times as you want. The score will be recorded here in Cengage, but it will not synchronize back into Blackboard for the overall grade calculation. As far as graded assignments that do calculate into the overall grade goes, every module has a concept clip video and quiz, at least one. Some have two. These are going to be typically 3 to 4 minute videos where they tie up some concepts in the curriculum for that module in that video, and then they will ask you a question or two about it. They look like this here in Blackboard with their title and link to a similar one in Cengage. This is a thing that you may take up to 10 times, and the best score will be recorded. So if you did not do well, rewatch the video and attempt it again. Use it assignments you're going to find are very similar to the quiz, where the quiz typically asks questions that are a little more straightforward. They're very definition heavy, very keyword heavy, those kinds of things. The use it are a little more scenario based. They're going to have you fill in blanks. They might have matching questions, so on and so forth. But these are, I would say, the heavy hitters, mostly because I have set these up to be a one take only, but you will have no time limit once started. So make sure you've got plenty of time to look at these when you go to start it, because it's fairly important you try your best on that one take. They look something like this in Blackboard and link to these assignments here in Cengage. You make the decision are a multi-stage scenario. They will typically tell you about a fictitious business and its attempt to do something new with a technology, or have a business need and they're going to ask you what the technology solution might be. And it's going to do that a few different times. So it'll give you the opening bit, ask you a question or two, and then it'll ask you some, or give you more information, ask you a question or two, more information, typically 3 or 4 passes at that. You may attempt these up to 10 times, and the best score will be recorded. Those look something like this here in Blackboard, and link to something similar in the MindTap or the Cengage MindTap. Each module will also have a case study that will be due. Every module except module 12 have two, and they will look something like this in Blackboard. Every module except for module 12 will say choose and complete one. So when you click in here, you will have access to both. The titles are here. They will link to their similar case studies over here in MindTap. You may open them to look at the scenario. It's not necessarily, it's a real world thing typically, but you may open up both of them, read through both of them, identify the questions that you like, which ones you don't, and you may choose which case study to complete. If you complete both, I will only be awarding credit for one, just so the Blackboard gradebook does not get all messed up. But these are real world scenarios or actual things that happened, and then your reflection on those using the content from the module. And again, module 12 only has one, so you'll complete that one for sure. Every other module has two, and you will choose one of the two to complete. The case studies also are the only items that are not auto grade. They are you submitting something, and then I will evaluate it. You will either type something up in a Word document or a Google Sheet and save it as a Word document or a PDF or something, and then you can attach it here. You may also optionally choose to do a screen recording or a camera recording or just use audio recording. I really would prefer something typed up, but I am going to be open to whatever is best for you.